Hello, everyone. I'm going to cover vocabulary instruction. This is Professor George here, and I'm going to be talking about what you are going to need to know to teach vocabulary. So in this short lecture, I want to talk about which words do you decide, how many words to teach at a time, when should you teach them, and how you're going to teach them. So, what are those vocabulary words that you need to teach your students? Well, researchers have recommended pick those important, useful, and difficult words. So, what do I mean by that? Useful words are those high frequency words that students might encounter in multiple text. Important words are words that student needs to know to understand the text that they're reading, the text that you are having them read. And difficult words are those words that might have multiple meanings. So even a word like fix, it can mean different things in different contexts. When you say, I'm going to fix a car, that means different than when you say, I'm going to fix a sporting event or even fix a cat. So you want to be able to identify those words that they might encounter that might be difficult for them to understand the text. Now, how many words that should you choose? You probably don't want to have more than 2 words per day that you want to directly incorporate into your vocabulary instruction. That would be about 8 to 10 words a week that you can put up in a word wall or something in your classroom as you teach. Just put it up and that they can repeatedly get practice on during the week. So let's talk about when you're going to teach these words. Now, there are some words when you're reading a text that you might have to select that are essential for the meaning of the text. The words that you might just want to explain quickly and move on reading, those are words that you can use during the text. For example, if I'm encountering the word prescription, I might be reading my text, the doctor tore off the prescription. A prescription is a small piece of paper that the doctor writes his direction on. Here, I'm just explaining it while I'm reading it real quickly for them to understand the text and then keep reading. There are some words that I would pick to instruct after I read the text. Those are words that are high frequency words or high utility words, and I might need to explain the meaning. So let's look at an example here. Let's say you want to read the book, The Golden Goose Book. Now, most authors have keywords in text that they've highlighted that might be giving you clues that you can use those words for vocabulary instruction. So in this particular text, we have all these words that the author suggested. Now, would I use all those words? That might be overwhelming. So let me try to figure out which are the 2 that I want to pick. So I look at these words and I look at cider and jug. Well, these are words that the students already know, so I probably won't be investing time in teaching them directly. Words like inn and innkeeper, I could probably use context to explain that word, so I'm not going to directly teach those words. Sexton, hayfield, and pastor. Well, are those words important for them to understand the story? Well, not really. So I probably would just eliminate those words. And then now that we're left with simpleton, feasted, disappeared, and court. So feasted and disappeared and court are words that are high frequency words that they're going to encounter not just in this text, in many other texts. So I probably would invest time in teaching those words. A word like simpleton, it's a word, simpleton is the main character of the story, and they probably need to be able to read this word and understand what that word means, as it may have multiple meanings. So this is a word that I might teach right before I even introduce the book. And then disappeared, feasted, I would teach them directly. Those are my vocabulary words. And the word court, the word court has multiple meanings, so I would probably invest some time in that. Now, I've posted two examples of expert vocabulary instructors in Moodle that I would like you to watch them teach and implement research-based strategies. We have Anita Archer's vocabulary instruction strategy and Marzano's 6 steps. There's a teacher, a middle school teacher, basically a upper elementary teacher implementing the strategy. I want you to watch it, compare and contrast, and glean out of that what are some common strategies that both of them are using, and what are some uh, differences, okay? And then what I would like you to do is read your textbook, and the author of the textbook has offered multiple different methods, research-based strategies right in your textbook. I want you to pick one and then be able to demonstrate it. You can either illustrate it through a clip, a infographic, or you could create a YouTube video or a Loom video showing your peers and showing me how you would implement a research-based vocabulary strategy and post it in Moodle. So next steps, what I would like you to do is watch the 2 examples on Moodle, read chapter 9, pick a strategy, and demonstrate it to your peers. So see you in class. Thank you.